To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. Feel the magic everywhere. Bring every dream we dream to life. Share the wonder, share the light. Oh, imagine a world for you and me. Where all that we have to do is believe. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Magical place on earth. Magical place on
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into our Wednesday night focus. And I love this segment. It's when it gets a chance to sit down, get to know some of the great creators of our community. Tonight, I've got a seasoned veteran coming into the house, sitting in on the Wednesday night show. Going, it is Robfuz's night to sit here. We're going to talk about a new endeavor he's got going. We're going to talk about some of the older stuff he's been doing and how he got into the community. So I'm so excited. Welcome into so many good friends tonight. Share out the stream. Let's get this opening knocked out so we can get in with our guest tonight here. Dean of the Live Place. We love everything that Dean does. We support him. TheLivePlace.com and right here on YouTube as well. Check out Dean over there. And there we got Chaotic Crusaders, people that support this channel and make it happen and go along. We start out, we're going to talk about everybody throughout the show. We'll start out with Dan, Disney Waters in his Facebook group with over 20,000 strong over there. Absolutely amazing. Executive producers, I've got 6 executive producers, but Friday night we will be announcing that we are adding in a 7th executive producer, and I can't wait to let you know all about that on Friday night. And of course, we also have our Facebook group going. We've got our TikToks and Instagrams going. You can check all that out right here on the channel. Of course, our Discord is doing very well as well. Jesse's done a great job getting, a lot of people over there chatting and talking. Over 200, I believe, 240 some. Membership is available on the channel. It's completely optional. 4 different tiers of optionability for membership. If you do one of the higher tier level tiers, we will get you one of the Disney minted coins. Membership brought to you by Be the Jean Eclair, Zoelle's World, and her travel company.
Jean Eclair Wise Travel is an upscale travel design and consulting firm specializing in curating ultra-luxurious travel destinations designed specially for business professionals. Focusing to deliver the once-in-a-lifetime experience that will create lasting memories, encompassing adventures in Europe or the Americas, luxurious river cruises, relaxing beach getaways, or detailed trips to Disney locations worldwide. Jean Eclair Wise Travel personalizes the experience. What rich and exciting moments do you want to create for yourself this year? Well, start writing your story with a Jean Eclair Wise Travel today.
Check out our friends at Park Hopper Choppers. I personally endorse and use this product. I was so enamored by it. I just wanted to help this company out and get them going. Central Florida's best mobility scooter and rental company. It's Park Hopper Choppers. Tell them I sent you. You never know what might happen when you ring that bell and tell them the Pete McDevitt Show sent you over there. Ladies of YouTube are absolutely crushing it. These ladies on this channel I endorse 100%. They're quality creators and bring the magic all the time, and absolutely love them. P.O. Box is rocking for anybody who might be interested. We'd love for you to send us some mail and check it out because Preston loves to open mail from our P.O. Box there. And I always enjoy doing that as well. A reminder, coming up August 4th to the 6th, one of the biggest parties on the East Coast will be right here in Maryland, as over 55 to 60 plus members of the Disney social media community are going to collaborate right here. It's going to be a cocktail party. There's going to be a baseball game. There's going to be a gourmet pizza party, a live broadcast or two, and a champagne brunch. You don't want to miss it. August 4th to the 6th. There is still time to get your commitment in to come in. We got friends coming from as far as California, Oregon, and Washington. It is going to be absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to do that. All right, coming in here tonight, I am excited to sit and talk with the man who is Theme Park Retro. I don't know why he doesn't change his name to that because, God, everybody knows him as one of the smoothest voices around. If you checked out his channel before, well, heck, you know a lot about him. You know, the guy's out there doing everything with theme parks related, travel, music, movies, and more. His Friday night pub gatherings, well, you know what? It's better than going to your local bar. It's better to go sit with Rob and all the friends and talk with them. Coming in, he's not a newcomer to the channel because he's been here many times before. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here.
There they are.
Robfuz is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in today. So many friends coming over. Janice, Disney, Surf Bum, Surfer Girl, Birdwell, Debbie's in house, Francisco, Surfer Girl's here, Tim Rempel, Monterey Molly. They're all coming in to see you tonight. I'm glad you could take the time to sit in with us and chat for a little bit here. I should point out to everybody that we have a special thing where Rob has his up on the screen there, his URL. So you can click right onto that if you're brand new to Rob and you don't know about it. Just take your phone, put it over top, and you are ready to rock and take you right to his channel. So there you go. There you go. Took you right to it. Look at that. How about that? Crazy Crew Adventures. Welcome in. Kelly Mickey Bunch. Emily's in here. Evan's in here. Jesse, hello. Especially Leslie. Cinderella. She's got a great little channel herself, everybody. Disney World. Has got a lot of friends in here tonight, Rob. Surf Bum. Good to see you. So, Rob, let's start it out and just talk in general what you want to share with everybody. Just a little overview on you. Then we'll kind of dig into all the magic you bring.
Yeah. First off, I love that you featured the women there. It is International Women's Day, so that was perfect for today. So it's amazing, Pete. Thank you for having me on. You are an amazing supporter of all channels. We love you, Pete. So I appreciate everything you do for me. So I just wanted to get that out of the way and just say that because I mean it from the heart. So
I appreciate
it. I say the self-proclaimed retro theme park retro king. I do have actually another channel. I just spend so much time on my channel, and I do have theme park retro, another channel, but I didn't even touch it. I just have it on my channel, Robfuz, because I do a lot of different things. So
right,
like you said, I do pub talk, and I just do when I was a kid, I didn't have YouTube, so I recorded all those videos and rides and everything. That was my YouTube, my VHS tapes and my high 8 tapes and all that stuff. So I love sharing all that stuff. So
I love it. Well, let's talk. Let's talk for a second. Where did the love of theme parks and Disney come from as a young age? Obviously, you picked it up. Hey, Amy, welcome in. Talk us about that for a little bit. Where did that magic of Disney and all come from?
Yeah, I don't know. I would think like 7, 8 years old. I just started loving Disney, loving the movies and stuff like that. And I like back then again, like I had like records, and I would like. I'm embarrassed to say this, and I probably shouldn't say this on Pete's show because he's going to replay this, or Dad Build is going to replay it. But I used to put on puppet shows with in my house. I was like 6. Little spotlight. I would play the Country Bear Jamboree, and I would pretend I was in Disney World. So
that's awesome. I gotta think that's
that was when I started. Yeah, it was too funny. So and we finally went. I think 78 was the first time I went. Believe it or not, I'm an old guy, so my parents took me, and it was just the Magic Kingdom, and it's been a love ever since. I've been, I don't even remember how many times I've been there. Not as much as I love this community. The amount of times I've been there is like nothing compared to like a lot of my friends, and a lot of people in the chat and everything. So
right,
it's too funny.
That's very cool. Well, as you started to do this whole thinking of doing the YouTube thing, obviously, I kind of know where your channel name comes from and all that. But share with everybody just how you came up with your channel name, and then also, where you made the decision on your platform for what you were going to bring to your channel.
Yeah, I put up my YouTube channel, I don't know, 2006,
Uh,
I think, or whatever,
uh,
and I left it there.
June
What is
June of 2009.
2009? Yeah, I just left it there. And like back then I was kind of afraid of the internet, the big bad internet, and like posting stuff and people just stealing my videos, and I don't know, I had a bad feeling about everything. I very early on I posted very little videos. I regret that. I wish I started back then.
Right.
Probably would have been a lot bigger than I am now. But then, obviously, I think a lot of people say this. 2018 rolled around and live streaming kicked in, and going live. It just was I went to school for TV production and communications, and I can broadcast myself to you know tens of people. No, I'm just kidding. To a lot of people. I'm coming up on 1 million views, which is amazing. It's
Yeah.
nothing compared to Pete, but I'm coming up on it. I'm so proud of it.
But you
And
are doing very well. Your social media,
yeah,
your Instagram, almost 3,000 followers, 2,970 followers with 2,311 posts. Your YouTube account, like you said, is at 4.83K, 955,273 views, almost 1 million. We started in June of 2009. You got a Facebook group or a page with 449 followers over there, and doing real well on Twitter with 6,461 followers over there on Twitter as
yeah.
well. So your social media presence is there. What inspired you to go the land that you're going with? Movies and music and all that. What brought that to it?
Yeah, like I was saying, like I own a multimedia company and I love broadcasting and photography and video. So to bring that live and to show my videos and to do a pub talk and talk about like the Oscars are coming up. We're doing an Oscar thing soon. It's
Yes.
great. So we have a lot of fun just talking. It is what it is. So what inspired me? I don't know. I just love it. Just I can put out Pete and I talk about this all the time, but like any of the content you put out, Disney is the most popular. So I went
Right.
with kind of what gets me the views and what engages the audience and everything, and people just love it. So, and I've been going from the worst quality retro videos to now I'm doing like 4K, and I'm trying to do up my game and everything and do that kind of stuff when I vlog. So
We're
I,
going to talk a little bit and as we go on with this interview about some of the retro and some of the other stuff. I've got your playlist here. We're going to dig into all that. Before we go too much on that, the big thing is I got to ask you, when you got out there and you started, what were some of the channels, or who were some of the channels that kind of inspired you, that you kind of watched and said, whether they're Disney, non-Disney, whatever, and said, hey, I think I can do this. You
yeah,
had to have ones out there that inspired you.
yeah, I love early on too. I've been watching Josh and Jenna with Resort TV One. Of course, that brought a lot of us together. It brought me and you together.
Yep.
I love Adam the Woo, his vlogs, and just all the travel stuff. I used to watch all those. Um, I love Defunctland, like the history of stuff and
Right.
learning different,
Justin.
videos and stuff over the early on. And I love,
Robfuz.
when people go like abandoned river country or abandoned, whatever. Disney Quest. I love those videos too, like discovering and all the history videos and just seeing all like the old Epcot stuff and all the old Disney World stuff. That's what I loved, and I started watching everything. So that definitely inspired me. So
I love it. Let's take a step out of the channel for a little bit.
yeah,
Just talk about those things that inspire. Talk to me about what parks you've been to, and then talk to me about what parks you want to get to. What's on the bucket list for Rob Fuzz of, hey, I've been here, I've done this, seen that, but I really want to get to where?
yeah. Growing up too, like it was always, I always saw like Universal Studios Hollywood, the backlot tour. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I didn't really know much about Disneyland when I was a kid, but I grew up and started learning about Disneyland and stuff. I never thought I was going to make it to the West Coast, but I got to go there 5-6 times. I've been to
Nice.
those parks, Disneyland, those parks out there, which is really cool. I'm very lucky. Been to California Adventure early on, but before they converted it and changed it,
Okay.
and Disneyland a bunch of times. I was very lucky to go to. Pete and I were talking. She did the World Baseball Classic and a lot of stuff with her job. She was out in Japan doing some stuff, and I was lucky to go with her. I went to Tokyo Disneyland
Oh,
and
nice. I didn't know
Disney
that. That's
Seas in
cool.
2005. Yeah, so it's great. I got to do that, which is awesome. And that actually has my number one video from the haunted castle in Tokyo Disneyland, which is great. I didn't know then I was filming it that it was going to close in like 2 years, and people love that. You can,
Gotta
it
love
was a
that. That's
haunted
fantastic.
castle. it was
Yep.
neat. Yeah.
Well,
So
and as you look at when you look at the retro videos, it's not all yours. You kind of do a little bit, kind of like what I do. You inspire others to find the magic to share through you. You have people that actually also provide you retro videos from their old
I would
clips.
say like 80% is mine, but stuff that I haven't shot or I don't have. And you said I want to go to all the parks, obviously, Shanghai, Hong Kong. I want to go to Paris. My friend Ray, she sends me videos from, she goes to Paris a lot. So whatever I don't have, I like showing those too. So
That's awesome. But
yeah.
I think it's a special thing. There are people out there that like to create that don't want to go out and do their own channel. They don't want to go out and put themselves out as a personality, or maybe they don't want to take the time to do the work, but they like filming. And when you have a chance to get it out there and share what they do, and Rob, I know that one thing I respect about you is you always tell everybody, hey, this is so and so's video, and you kind of do things the right way, like I do. And I respect, I think that's great. Mickey Bunch says the man with the most interesting name to William. To William, I would have gone with Robfuz, Kelly, but we'll let you go with William. This time.
Kelly's a great supporter of mine. She's awesome. She doesn't need to. She could say that.
Well, we'll let Kelly get through because she, like you, we should acknowledge you're a Hall of Famer in our community. You've been
I am.
recognized as part of the Disney YouTube series of recognition. You are R2D2. Yes.
I'm on my desk, so he's easy
You were
to,
part of the Star Wars
show,
collection.
so.
Rob, let's talk about that for a second. I always like to hear from the inductees as they go through on, was it a surprise to you when it happened, and kind of what it meant to you, just your thoughts on all that series of recognition.
Yeah, I love Star Wars and I love R2D2, and I think it was like the third or fourth one. I don't remember which one it was. Pete.
Hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
I think it was the third. Yeah, he's got.
I got to look behind me at the board to make sure it's the third one.
Yeah, so I was happy to be inducted. It was such an honor. It's so funny. Like it's hard to explain. Our community. Like the Disney community is so huge, but like we have like that little inner circle of our community, like that watches your channel, that watches like all the. You guys know all the channels.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just cool that we're like a tight knit family. So like especially
it is expanding though, Rob. It is getting bigger.
Yeah, definitely.
We're finding more people. I tell, hey, Jennifer Caruso, welcome in. Daniel Barry, hello, welcome in as well. I tell everybody all the time that I say this, I've said this to many big creators. In the big picture of everything, we're still in our infancy here. There are other segments of YouTube, sports and hunting and different stuff like that, where you'll go into the channels and they'll have 15, 20, 30, 40 people with check marks that have been just blowing up and doing it. And we're still in the infancy of doing that. And I love the fact that our community recognizes other great people for not only being great creators, but being great people. I think that's a fantastic thing. Let's talk about your, I'm going to dig in before I go to your playlist. I want to talk about the retro videos. The magic that you find in that. What do you find that people come back to you and say to you the most about the retro videos? And if you are new to Rob, before he answers this, take the time to go to his channel. I'm going to talk about his playlist in a minute, but I'm telling you, in my eyes, and I'm not saying this because Rob's a friend, I'm saying this because I truly believe this, and I'm not the only one who believes this. I can tell you there's many other creators in this community I've talked to. Rob does one of the best jobs of putting a variety of quality, best quality you can get from back in the days when you're walking around with a giant camcorder on your head, quality videos transitioned over to today's technology to be able to look at older stuff. But Rob, what's the feedback you get from people?
What's cool is once in a while, like I don't really, hey, every Thursday I do this. Once in a while, Thursdays or the weekend I do it. But I go and, I go live for 6 hours and I say, hey, I'm going to take all request videos. So I have a list and people go in there, and it's funny because people, the same people love the same rides. And I love to mix it up. I love to say, hey, we're just doing Epcot today, or hey, we're just doing Magic Kingdom today.
Right.
Or we're just doing, we're doing Disneyland today or something. I'd like to try to mix it up, or even Paris but I go in and I do an all request show. People in the chat, they'll put it in there, say, hey, I want to see People Mover. Hey, I want to see, all the pirates. Right. I have a lot of cool, like extinct stuff that people like to see, old school Epcot and everything. So I let my viewers watch. I let my viewers pick. Yeah, it's something interesting.
Items we can't find anymore that have been retired. I love that. Sorry about that.
It's cool.
Still chasing this cough.
Yeah.
Tim Reppel says retro videos are the best. Love them. Emily jumped in and said, "Hey, I try to watch and support as many as I can, but it spreads you a little thin." It does. It does. You have to watch a lot on replay. Janice Disney said, "I love Rob's retro videos. Loves them." Mr. Fulton's joining us as well. Appreciate you guys coming in here tonight. Again, our friend is Robfuz. His URL thing right there is HR code, whatever, all the different terminologies that people use. Here's the thing. Click the box. Take it right to it. Hit your phone.
1,000%. That was last week's guest's idea, and I gave it a Pete. I'm like, here you go. I'm stealing their idea from last week. By the way, those guys were awesome last week. I feel bad. I don't have anything to give away, and I'm not sitting in Hollywood studios, but they did an amazing job last week. I did subscribe to their Facebook group, but I love that QR code. So thanks, guys.
Mickey Bunt says Rob is the best. Kevin Sparrow says I love Rob's stream. Your playlist over there, Rob. I mean, you've got 38 plus playlists. I stopped counting right at 38. It's right around that number, 38 to 40. Some of the features are Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Haunted Mansions, Disneyland, Tokyo Disneyland, California Adventure, Disneyland itself, Splash Mountain, Shark Week, Star Wars, Wildwood, New Jersey. You did a fantastic playlist of the Walt Disney 50th. Talk a little bit about what people are going to find when they come over there in your playlist with the content that you're putting up.
Yeah, for the 50th last year, I loved, even like you said, a lot of my stuff's on there, but like I did a lot of TV specials. I found, I had videotapes I found from the web or whatever that really wasn't really played. So I did opening days of all the different parks for the 50th. I did all, I had 6 hours of just retro TV shows too, which was really fun.
That's right.
So my goal is I want to mix in commercials. I want to mix in TV shows. I want to mix in my videos. I just like to change it up as much as I can, and just a lot of fun. So I did a Splash Mountain playlist the other day.
Yes.
So when it was closing, so I did that, and I don't know. I like to just mix it up, and whatever's the hot new topic I like to do on different stuff. So and I have members too. I have a members only playlist as well. So it's just a lot of fun. So
and for membership on the channel, it's great. You support
Yeah.
that way as well. What about your musical influences, Rob? I know music's on your part of your channel, and you have a large musical background. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah. Pete knows I do a lot of work with Bon Jovi over the years. It's gonna be 32 years in June. It's crazy. I've been with them. So I do a lot of trips with them. I travel the world. I like bringing I can't, hey, this is the Bon Jovi concert, or hey, this is rare footage or whatever. Like, that's not my place. You know what I mean? Like, I've filmed all that stuff. I've been to hundreds of shows and everything, but
At what point is he coming in, by the way?
hopefully soon. I don't know. It is their 40th anniversary when they first got
believe.
signed, and they've their first album. They first did all their stuff. 40 years. This year is going to be huge. This year into next year, they're going to be doing a lot of stuff. So I'm excited about that. But
Nice.
I do a lot of stuff at Runaway Tours. We do travel the world and everything. I go live with them sometimes. I do some stuff with music and everything. So, I like to go see some bands. And sometimes when I could post stuff, I could post it. So, talk about different
Well, you
bands.
and I talked, I think when we had the Beverly Challenge, didn't I talk to you from like Spain?
Yeah, that's when we first really met. And that's where I think that you won me over then, Pete. So you had me at hello then. So it was like 2 a.m. I think it was the Beverly Challenge over there. And I said, Pete, call me up, and I want to be there. And, I felt bad I wasn't there. So it was really cool that you FaceTime me, and I got to say hi to everyone. And it was really late, and I was sitting in the hotel lot. I was in the front of the hotel sitting there. So yeah, we had a cruise in Spain, which was awesome. So we did
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, I do
That was
like
nice.
to utilize relationships and utilize the phone and make
Yeah.
more people feel a part of what we're doing and the magic here. Hey, Bobby, Bobby Dog Plays, welcome in. This is one of my Disney interviews, buddy. Thanks for coming over from our sports. I'm interviewing the amazing Robfuz. He's an incredible creator for Disney, for music, for theme park rides and retro. He's got a lot on his channel, and he's amazing voice as well. Rob, stepping out of the video part again, Disney collectibles. I see you got a couple things behind you, but what are some of the things that you like to collect? I mean, for me, I've got Jim Shore, I've got artist paintings and retro stuff like that. What about you, for the Fuzz family, when you go to the parks and you say, oh, I got to have it, besides really wanting a Carlos Disney World Freak, autograph? What are some of the things you want?
It's funny. I used to collect everything, like any tchotchke, any figure, all the different stuff. But it's, growing up and everything, I have a lot of stuff. I was so happy. I just picked this up.
Oh, that's cool.
the 50th anniversary mug. I love it. It just came in the other
I
day.
saw
Finally
that one
got on
down there.
eBay.
I thought about getting it. Did that come off of Shop Disney?
No, this is on eBay. I've been trying to find it down there. I was down
Wow.
there a bunch of times and everything. So I literally just got it. I had to pay a little extra, so whatever. But
Okay.
I do. Some people just pick me up some stuff. I got I like some Funkos. I don't really have a big collection, but I just got these guys, the 50th
Mickey and
figure,
Minnie.
the
Oh,
the
the two
100th
Mickeys.
figures. So I like Mickey
Nice.
figures. I don't really collect much, but this is one of my favorite things I have. I don't know why. I just bought one item in Tokyo Disneyland, and this was it.
Very
He's
cool.
solar, and with the sun, he like bops back and forth and every. But it's not bopping.
That's
It's not
fan.
really sunny here, but yeah. So this is like I love this guy. So he reminds me of Tokyo Disneyland. But really, I don't really collect much. That's I used to collect a ton of stuff when I was a kid, pennants, keychains, banners, like anything, like any little tchotchke I used to love. So from all theme parks, not even just Disney stuff. So
I think
I used to collect pennants when I was a little kid. Sorry, Pete.
no, I love talking about that. And welcome into Piglet True Loves Disney. Welcome into Addiction Mouse, Mark Langenkamp, and also Oodalali Lane Kate. I love to talk about that with my guests as we're doing it because I really think it gives everybody a look into your personality as a person, for the things that you like and like to do. I'm still trying to get Rob down here for the big August events because there's a lot of people that have
I'll
said,
make it one of these days. So
well, and even one of your boys threw you under a bus. I'll tell you. Ed said to me, if Mindy and I could drive up, then Rob should be able to drive down. That's what they
that's
said.
true. Yeah, that's
So,
true.
even
They had
if-
to get their dog, so
Well, even if it's just for a day, come down Saturday and
Yeah.
do that. Oh, look at those.
I collected cars too when I was a kid. I have a bunch of these little Disney cars or whatever. So,
Is that the Jurassic Park one?
this is Dinosaur. This is
Dinosaur,
the car from
yes.
Dinosaur. This
I
is
never
Star
looked at that.
Tours. I used to collect cars, and this is Test
Where
Track. So
did you find those at?
I've had these for years. I used to collect these little PVC figures too. I always fool around with this guy, so he's the dinosaur from Dinosaurs too. So
It's nice when you can highlight your personality without spending the farm.
yeah, definitely.
Debbie
But, like, a
Birdsall
lot of-
says, I would love to see Rob Fuzz in person.
yeah. This is like when I went to
Stonehenge?
Stonehenge. This is when I went to Spain. You were talking about Spain. I like collecting little tchotchkes. This is from Rio.
Rio,
This is
nice.
cheeses from Rio. I'm not very religious, but that is the thing from Rio. I got this from Universal. So I like those little, and I have them on my desk, little tchotchkes.
Little
that remind me-
reminders of
different
things you've
places.
done. I love it. No, that's cool.
And he's from Epcot too. I bought him as a child too. I've had him for, I don't know, 25 years. So
Is that
little
VP?
Buddha from Japan. So
You sure it's not VP?
it does look like VP.
It does look. It
You know
looks
what?
like VP.
Hold on a sec.
Everybody let
Dad
VP
builds.
know
Dad
that.
Bill, get this. We got a guest appearance. So.
Yes, well, he's got bigger nipples than VP. But let's see, Mark. Let's see. I got Mark here. Says, "Where's the air hockey racket on the hood of that dinosaur car?" I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it didn't come with it. I don't know, Mark. That's a good question.
Where's the air hockey? I don't know. I understand this question, but this
That's
one?
the original car right there.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is old. This is
Okay.
really old. So
What about cruises, Rob? Are you a cruise person? You guys, your
I've been on 4 cruises, 2
Really?
with Bon Jovi, 1 in senior year from high school, which was not a very good. And actually, it was out of Baltimore. Actually, so
Oh, see?
it was a cruise to nowhere. And then I did a Costa cruise out of Florida. But I love cruising.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll go. It was great to do. We did Caribbean with Bon Jovi, and we did Spain with Bon Jovi. That was awesome. So
Nice.
definitely.
You can't beat that. That's a good group of people. Again, my guest tonight is Rob Fuzz, everybody. In my mind, one of the kings of retro videos, strong on Instagram, almost 3,000 followers, just under 5K here. You want to help out Rob? Share out some of his videos. That's my challenge to anybody watching here live or watching on the replay. We can help Rob Fuzz get over 5,000 followers the organic way. Find one of his retro videos, share it out on your social media. 40, 50 people do that. I guarantee you he'll find some magic over there. Also featured on his Facebook group, or Facebook page, I should say, and Twitter doing that as well. Rob, let's talk for a minute here about your trips to outside the United States. How much did that influence you to want to come back and do even more? Because, I mean, that had to be pretty incredible to see Disney at a totally different vantage point.
Yeah, Disney Sea, I still say is my all-time favorite park. It's amazing, and it's come a lot. It's come a long way since I've been there. So, I think they were still building Twilight Zone when I was there. Believe it or not. So, in 2005, the whole construction was going on with that, and they've done so much with that park, and they've done a lot with all the Asian parks. But yeah, they're just incredible. Um, it's just you walk down Main Street, it's covered because when I was in when I was in the sixth grade, doesn't every kid do a report on Tokyo Disneyland when they're in the sixth grade? So I learned even back then that to help with the monsoon season, that's why they have their Main Street is covered. So it's just cool. And again, it's like I love going to Disneyland because it's different than the Magic Kingdom, and obviously Tokyo Disneyland was different too. It was small like Disneyland, but it had Cinderella's castle, so it was
Yeah,
really
the
strange. It was
castle.
just
So there,
weird.
Dan with Disney World is saying, I'd love to, and post it on the way back Wednesday on his retro WWE. Dan, that would be huge to help Rob out
Damn, awesome.
in trying to get there. But Dan has a great Facebook group that he works
Yeah,
on there.
definitely.
What is
I'll remember.
what would you say is your most special to you video or playlist that you have on your channel that when you look on it, you say it's the most, like for me, I look, as much as I do the sports and all this other stuff, my interviews like this, to me, the ones I do here and the ones I did on Tuesday are the most special to me because you're truly really getting to know people. It's
Yeah.
not like the Sunday comedy stuff. It's more that. What about for you is the most special to you?
Like I always tell creators, like you never know what your big video is going to be. My most popular video, like I said, it's in Japanese. Like that's so bizarre, and like I have Universal Studios, Hollywood. So like, is that a cop out saying my most popular videos is my favorite list? The other day
Nothing wrong with that.
I found I had do you know who Miranda Sings is?
Yes.
She's a huge YouTuber. She literally had a Netflix series and she had a special. I didn't even know who she was. So I posted Playhouse Disney from Disneyland. This is from, I don't know, this is from 12 years ago, 13 years ago. And I saw it's getting some views, everything. It's got 17,000 views. And I'm like, I have no clue. And I'm like, I start reading the comments and stuff. I'm like, hey, you have uh Colleen, her name's Colleen Bellinger. Miranda Sings. She's in the video. Like she's like the host with the puppets and
Right.
everything. So
That's
that
where
was
you
like,
go back
hey.
and re-tag immediately.
Yeah, oh yeah, I totally did. I redid the thumbnail. I just found this a couple weeks ago. So like, and another time I had the other video I had a guy came in and say, hey, the guy who's driving the car was like my best friend and he just died like a couple months ago. And for me to see him do the tour, and I was a tour guide as well, it was really cool that that guy
That's nice you
I
can have
touched
that
that guy
one-to-one
too.
impact with people.
Yeah, totally. So
I
like I
actually
never
had
even realized like, hey, these people are in the videos that are cast members and everything. They come back and watch my videos, and
That's a
I
great thing.
get some props
Retro.
and
I love
everything.
that.
So,
I actually had one of my football games where one of the players from the USFL that, as I called out to play, was calling the game. He didn't like. He went back and watched my call and didn't like the way I call and commented on it, which was kind of wild. But I love the retro aspect that you could have that and still dive that in there. So that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Let's take
I'm sports dumb, so I like coming to see your commentary because you explain stuff very well, and you're a good commentator for a lot of times too. So I'll
thank
put you on while I'm watching the game too. I love your commentary. I'll pause the game until I'm caught up with the delay, and then I'll listen
then
to you.
work it out through and listen to me, my antics and acting
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Better, at least you do. My wife doesn't, but at least you do. That the Hall of Fame series, Rob. The importance. You've been around. You were one of the 20 channels that put this together as well. We should acknowledge that.
Yeah.
That came together when I brought this concept up and reached out to people within the community and said, "Hey, I want to start recognizing people. I want to start highlighting people for goodness." You said that's a great idea. I'm on board 100%. Talk for a minute about the importance of people voting as this next class comes up and how important that is for the 20 channels to continue this going.
Yeah, I just got the vote yesterday. To
Yep.
remind me I got to vote. So it's awesome, like to pay tribute and everything. And like I always feel like, hey, I know all these people and I know a lot of people, and I don't know a lot of the people. So like I vote for who I know. But
Right.
like when I see, my peers and my other people say, hey, this person or this person, everything, I'm like, oh wow. And like I check them out. or I see them in the chat or whatever, and then I just thought, I don't feel anyone that's been nominated in your Hall of Fame is not well deserved. You know what I mean? Like
That's
I
true.
might not know them, and I'm like after the fact, I'm like, well, how come I don't know that person or this person or everything? So, I don't know. It's very important to vote. So you just because some people don't have a channel, and for them to be recognized for their support and their love, time and time again, I could name like 30 people in this chat that's been here tonight and that popped in and say hi. And, I appreciate every single person who comes to my streams or comes to your streams and everything.
Mhm.
Like I said, we're a close knit family, kind of like this inner circle in this big circle of Disney. So I don't know if that made sense, but I think it's very important.
That's
And
fully.
yeah, and it definitely, if you don't have a channel, it gives thanks to the people that support us. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Guys, again.
Let's talk for a second. I wanted to hit one more topic here, and then when
Yeah.
we come back, I got some good stuff we're going to talk about, some new ventures you're doing. Let's talk about for you, in as far as like the parks go. Are you a Halloween person for your family? Are you Christmas? Are you kind of caught in the middle? What inspires you during the seasonal time for the Robfuz family?
Yeah, I'm not a Halloween person at all. My family, they don't like my kids don't even like candy, which is kind of funny. So what kid doesn't like candy, but my kids just don't like it. So which is cool. But we're Christmas, we deck the halls, we're all out for Christmas and everything. And I love I've been to Disney maybe 5-6 times during Christmas. That's my favorite time to go. So I don't know. We try to celebrate all the different holidays, and I don't know. It doesn't really pertain to my channel as much, but personally, we love the holidays and everything. So
Diehard holiday person. I love that.
yeah.
Mark, Dream Elements is a support element that helps out the moderators to put things into
Yeah.
the chat, save the moderators from having to do extra stuff. It's not I wouldn't call it a bot. It's an element. But
Yeah, it's really cool. I noticed that
it's
the
an
other day you had
automated
that.
element. Automated element is what it is.
It's very cool. Yeah.
So it does help out the moderators for what they're doing. It saves them from having to put certain stuff in and allows them the freedom to
Yeah.
handle other things. So, all right, I want to hit some the community segment real quick and give Rob a chance to
Do
fire
it.
things up. When we come back, one of the bigger topics we're going to talk. We've got two things we're going to do. We're going to have a rapid session to finish things out tonight, where we get to know Rob really good with some of his favorites. But Rob has a brand new venture that he's tied in with. That's going to be a great opportunity for you to find another podcast here. And I'm really excited to talk about that because he's tying in with some great people, and it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. So, Rob, hang tight. You guys in the chat, while I'm going through the community stuff, listen to what I'm chatting about, but go over and check out Rob's channel. You got the URL right there. You can click on it with your phone right now, take you right to his channel, look through his content. Consider subscribing based on the fact that you want to watch his content. That is a key factor there. Rob, we'll be right back with you in just a second here. We're going to jump down and hit this week's community segment platform, as I always do. All right, let's talk about magical memories, people in the parks this week. This is brought to you by the Disney Baker. Let's drop his link in there. He's real close to 1,000 followers. We love the Baker. There's Wes from Busy Getting Disney, hanging out with Max down there, having a good time. Jackie, hanging out down there with Sam. They were over at the festival. Jenna and Mama Mouse with the Mandalorian and Grogu over in the parks. We'll have new pictures coming in. We update every Friday, by the way. Michelle from Main Street Mouse. She does a great job. Love Michelle and Main Street. They do an awesome job. Nate was out at the archives recently, hanging out in California, having a good time. And our good friend Haley from Diz Cupcake just graduated from the college program down there. We usually have mail to go through. Tonight we do not. Haven't got much in the mailbox lately. Hopefully that'll change. But mail is brought to you by our good friends over at the Main Street Treat Company. I can't say enough about them.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
Congratulations, Eat Weeks, brought to you by Casey's Corner of the World. He partners with me to bring that recognition for the week here. And we will say Robfuzz's 950,000 will be in next week's recognition. I got that today. 1 million views for Sable Family Vlogs, 1 million for Sable Family. Seals on the Move crossed 1K. Congratulations. Adventures of Meg and Greg crossed over 1K. Congratulations. Very excited for all those recipients this week, and we'll update again this week. The race to 100K is brought to you by Disney Dynamics, because you've got to be dynamic to be in the race.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Disney Dynamics. We bring you tons of Disney content with a little bit of humor. My mom thinks I'm funny anyways. 4K unboxings of Disney merch and promo codes to save you money. We bring you live to Disney parks, and then after the sun goes down, we head to Disney After Dark, where we mix Disney-inspired drinks and have slightly inappropriate conversations with our Disney friends. If that sounds good to you, you're just the right amount of weird to fit right in. That's Disney Dynamics, spelt with a K for some reason.
And they are also Park Hopper Choppers, everybody. One of the greatest out there. I love their mobility. Here is your top 6 right now. Mr. Cheesy Pop recently added in. How we didn't have him in, I have no idea, but he's at 86. That is your top 6 in the race this week. Running through here again, we're not asking you to subscribe to any of these channels. 76 down to 42. There's Corey in the mix. What we are doing is giving you an opportunity to find other Disney creators out there if you want to add to your viewing palette. 40,000 down to 32. Great creators there in the mix. If you do decide to subscribe to these channels, we hope it's because you want to watch their content. Just subscribing to a channel and never watching, honestly, doesn't help the channels at all. Miss Cherry down to Leg Life, 28 down to 21. Kingdom Report down to Attractions Live, California, Florida, Europe, all represented in that mix right there. 15.2 down to 12.8. We'll highlight our partner channel, Mouse Talk, right in the middle there with 14,000+. 12,000 down to 10.2, highlighting our partner channel, Tis Our Dream, in the mix there. Again, Florida, California, all over respected there. 10.2, our partner channel, Chip & Co., down to 8.4. Myers and the Mouse, another partner of ours, in the mix there. Another special highlight, Florida Park Pass holder is formerly Brian and Amanda. They have changed their channel name and their channel logo. They are now going by Florida Park Pass holder. We'll be highlighting that on Friday night as well. Wonders of Magic down to Magical Memories. Crystal Palace in there. Steve's World in there. Adventures by Carney and Meg. Some great friends in there. And the last part of the race, Park Pass TV down to Brandy Dave. Robfuz in the mix there on his way up. We'll update him next week. Living the Magic and so many others in there. Again, this race is meant to highlight creators each week and give you a chance to keep up with all of those players in the mix. And we should also highlight the elite of the elite, those that are going for 1 million. This is your top line players. You got to probably know all of them throughout the years. And again, we highlight them so that they don't get forgotten as they're out there growing their channels to all new levels. My friend here is Robfuz, everybody. He is Theme Park Retro, Disney Travel Fun, and Vlogs. He does a great hangout show on Fridays. He'll go live doing his, when he does a lot of his vlogs, like he was saying, he'll do live with premieres. Does a fantastic job with those, and we get a chance to talk about them. Rob, let's talk for a second here about this new venture. Tell everybody about this that you've got going on. We are really excited.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone that I am now part of another Disney podcast. So they're awesome guys. Dave and Brandon.
I love Dave.
Yeah, they're such great guys. You know, they've been around. They're going on. This is the second year. One of the guys that just doesn't do their podcast anymore, and there was just the two of them, and I think they had some guests once in a while. I was a guest a few times, so and I said, "Hey, I want to, can I join you guys?" And they've asked me a bunch of times. So they're like, "Yeah, sure." So I've done like 4 or 5 episodes recently with them, and they're great guys. They go. We record every other Wednesday, not this week, so it worked out good. We'll record one next week, and then they premiere their podcast 9 a.m. on Fridays, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We just did I had the list here. I just got rid of it. I was cleaning my office today, but we just did a 2-parter, 50 things you can't do at Disney World anymore. So it was a lot of fun. And we did 25 the first week, 25 the second week. So much fun.
Podcasts are a great thing if for those of you that aren't all over the podcast line yet. If you're cutting your grass or you're working out on a treadmill or doing a walk around the the block or whatever, driving on a long distance thing, they are fantastic. I first got into podcast years ago listening to Brandy and Dave. I am following ADP. I went back in and made sure I was following today as Rob and I were talking. I listened to a lot of our local friends who are now doing it. Jackie's now doing one. Lou Mongello's been doing it for years. Fun to listen to. Panda does one with the Diz. So check out Rob and ADP, another Disney podcast, real simple to find on all your broadcasting platforms out there. Absolutely love it. And check in with Rob and say hello about that when you do. If you get a chance, Rob, if you think about it, shoot me a screenshot or something that I could use on Friday, and Chris and I will highlight again that for you on Friday to get that out there so more people know about that and hopefully get you some more following. Welcome in to Bespoke Magic joining us here.
We have a YouTube channel too if you guys want another Disney podcast across the board on everything.
Yep.
So,
and he'll
if
be
you
a
wanna
guest
watch
coming
it.
up on Sunday nights. He was on early in the year. We had a conflict. We had to adjust it back. I'm working with him. We've been going back and forth all this week, and we're going to hook up tomorrow if it's the last thing I do. Another busy podcast followed me on Twitter. I wasn't sure who they were. Thanks for mentioning them, Rob. I went ahead and followed them back. Thank you, Emily. Emily is on everything in the community. We love her.
Thanks, Emily.
You listen to Main Street Moments. Okay. Good to you, Dan. Bespoke Magic says, I love the old footage from Rob. Yes, we were talking about that. I love that as well. Rob, let's play a little speed round here so people can get to
Let's
know
do it.
you. This is your favorite item that comes to mind, okay?
Sure.
Your favorite park out of every park you've been to. What is your favorite park?
Yeah, I think I said earlier. I think Disney Sea is gonna. It's an obscure park, but I'm gonna say that. So foreign, locally, I'm gonna say
Okay. Love it.
the
No,
good
it's
old
great.
classic Magic
Rope
Kingdom.
drop ride. I can take you anywhere right now via the magic of Doctor Strange. You know, where would you want to go right now if a ride that you could get right to it and walk right on it?
Oh, it's a toughie. Probably anything in Galaxy's Edge. I would say that. So
Galaxy's Edge. Nice.
yeah, probably.
Okay.
So
Love it.
it's not a ride, but whatever I can get to in Galaxy's Edge. So I love it.
DCA or Disneyland? Which one is better?
Oof, I heard that question last week, and I'm like, I don't know how to answer that because I've never been to Cars Land, but I love Disneyland, so I'm gonna have to guess Disneyland. So
Okay. Angela Mitchell said, I just added another Disney podcast to my Spotify. I love my podcast when I'm working. I love it.
yeah,
And
they're on
talk-
Apple Podcasts, they're on everything, Spotify. Yeah,
They're on all of them. I did them on my
Thanks,
app.
guys.
And welcome into one of the classic gentlemen in our community, Magic of the Mouse Radio. Everybody knows how I love Bill and what he's doing with Magic of the Mouse Radio. Bill, good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah,
Rob, your
the
favorite
Magic of the Mouse Radio plays another Disney podcast too. I don't know if they still do, but they were. I know that. So.
All I know
Sorry.
is whatever Bill's doing, it's gold. It doesn't matter to me. I
Yeah,
love what he's doing
awesome.
over there. Fantastic stuff. Rob, your favorite Epcot pavilion?
Ooh, I heard this one last week too. I'm gonna say Mexico. I just love the ambiance in that place. The restaurant,
And the
ride,
tequila's not
everything.
bad, too.
The tequila was mentioned last week too. I love the tequila.
There you go. You can travel to any park in the world. Are you going to stick with just it's got to be Disney Sea if you could go anywhere wished off right now, or do you go somewhere different you haven't been?
It's a toughie. I'd probably just say Shanghai, just because I want to ride that other Pirates ride. I want to check
other
that one. It
Pirates.
looks awesome. So looks really cool.
Magic. Bill says yes, we do Disney Assemble podcast. Rob, you're coming in out of the World Showcase. You've just ridden over there at Fast Track. You've grabbed some snack along the way, and you're walking into the showcase. Do you go left to Mexico or right towards France? That's my question.
I don't think I've ever gone right. It's always left. It's always towards Mexico. I don't think I've ever went the other
Everybody
way.
go, ooh, ah.
Yeah, well, you got to go right towards France sometime because the Grand Marnier slush will get you over there for sure. Your favorite Disney ambiance hotel out of all the Disney properties that you've been to? What is your favorite?
It's a toughie. I haven't been there since 1983, and it was again. This was the answer last week. Again, I was laughing, but Polynesian I think wins the cake for me as well. I just love the Polynesian. So
You know what? It is a great hotel.
Yeah.
The ambiance, the feeling of it, and it's traditional. And you kind of know that the Disney brothers had a little flow in that as well. So that does come up. How about your Disney property restaurant? I can take you to one restaurant right now. We can walk right in, sit down for one of the best Disney meals. Are you going breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And where are you going?
I've never been to Ohana, believe it or not. So I said Polynesian, but I've never been there. So I want to go there, or I want to go to what's the thing with bread service that Dan loves?
Oh, Sanaa.
So it's a tie between those two. So It's
Interesting.
not over
Okay.
because I've never been to both of them, which is sad. So
So for me, breakfast is always Tusker House, 100% Tusker House. And,
yeah,
and I think, for dinner, I've gone back and forth, but um, God, it's tough. Sanan and them are pretty good. Chico might be one that I maybe say for dinner too. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one there.
I've never been
How
there either. So,
How about
yeah,
your favorite party snack? If we, what is your favorite one go-to snack that you're like, I gotta have? You can have a one and a
knew you
one
were
A
gonna
if
ask
you
for
want.
this one. I always get like the top 3 or 4 things, 5 things, like popcorn,
Yeah.
the Dole Whip. But I'm gonna have to answer. Oh, the pretzels.
Hmm.
Those are the 3. The number 4, and I'm gonna have to probably pick this is the Mickey bar. I know it's stupid. I know it's plain, but yeah, I'm looking at the text down there. But the Mickey bar. That's what I'm gonna guess.
The
So,
Mickey bar. You gotta love
yes.
the Mickey bar. Um, your all-time favorite nighttime show from all time?
Phantasmic is always my favorite. The
I'm
parade.
with you
So
there. I'm
that's
with you
my
there. I
favorite.
love Fantastic. It's something about that. If
Yeah.
you had a chance to spend time with Walt or Roy or both, what would you want to do, Rob Fuzz?
Yeah, I always wonder what Walt would have did if he survived, the Magic Kingdom actually opening and Disney World opening. So I always want to hear what his plans were. So,
Okay.
and I think everyone else, they want to hear what his thoughts are, what happened since he's died, and if he's happy or
Yeah.
whatever. So I don't know. I think Walt was always a with the times, technology and everything. I think I always thought that Walt's turning over in his grave, but the more I thought of it, I think the actions that happen over the years and what happened, I think he would be pretty, not 100%, but I think he'd be pretty happy the way the
I
company's
agree.
evolved and grown. So
I agree with
I,
that. I think that
I don't know what changed
that
my
he would
mind
be
on that.
really happy. I think where the only thing I think where he would have turned over his grave is losing this whole thing with the government stuff and everything because
Now,
that was
yeah,
something I know that he was big about that as they were starting to put that together with his brother before he got sick, talking about what they were
yeah,
going to do with that and everything.
100%, yeah.
Well, let's finish things up here tonight. Let me first remind everybody before Rob throws his final thought. You can find Rob over on his Facebook group. He's also on Instagram. He's on Twitter. He's on YouTube. Click that right there with your phone. Jump over to his channel. Give it a follow and check out his content. The amazing Disney M is in house with us as well here as we're hanging out. And check him out over there. And again, the new podcast that Rob is now a part of, I know he's going to bring that up to all new levels. Special people over there already, and now you're adding in another shining star, another Disney podcast is going to rock. Rob, let me throw it over to you first for a final thought of the night from your side of the park. Rob, your side of the park. Your final thought.
Oh no, I just again I want to thank you, and Pete hates this by the way, but I wanted to thank Pete for having me on and your support and love for all the the community and everything. So much good. I don't know. What did you want? Like, check out my channel. Did you want me to talk about my channel or just
Whatever
in
you
my
want to talk
closing
about just
thoughts?
for a moment.
I don't know. Again, a lot of love to everyone that showed up tonight. So I know I shared it out and everything. A lot of good people are here. So yeah, I'm excited moving forward. We got the Oscars this week, which is really cool.
That'll be a good show. What are you doing with that?
Friday we're doing predictions, and then Adam's Land is my buddy Adam. He watches every single movie, which is awesome. He's done it. I think he's come close this year. I don't think he's there, but I would say he's watched like 85-90% of every movie that was nominated for the Oscars. So it's really cool. And he makes movies too, which is awesome. He's doing a movie. He's working on a movie now, he's a filmmaker, which is awesome. So
Right, he is.
talking to Adam and finding out what he thinks about the Oscars and everything. We'll do our predictions. I don't think I'm going to do that great because I watched maybe some of them this year. I didn't really watch many of them, unfortunately. But we're going to have fun, and we're going to have the red carpet on his channel on Sunday. Then we'll come back on Monday and we'll talk about how we did with our predictions. That's always fun to do.
That's fantastic.
So yeah,
I'll finish up my final thought
Yeah.
of the night by saying first, I'm proud of you that you were nominated in the community for the series of recognition with the Star Wars class. I think you belong in there 100%, and that's fantastic. Reminding everybody that's out there, if you haven't voted, votes just came out. You got a month to get them in. Make sure you vote and get your votes in to get that next class going. Nick is very excited about your predictions coming up. They're going to watch that.
Nick's going to do predictions this year, and Pete, you could do them too if you want. I'll send them to you. I don't know if you have enough time. You have no time, I know, but
I'll try to take a look. I won't promise. I'll try, but definitely check out Rob and his Friday night show with his pub talk. Even though Dan's there, it's still a pretty good show, as we said. I'm Rob. You know, when I first started to sit down to think about doing this venture when I came home from the hospital, you know, I looked at people like yourself that were doing shows that weren't necessarily from the park, that were doing it from home. I looked at yourself. I looked at Kelly, Mickey Bunch. I looked at, you know, Meg. I looked at people like that, as just a few. There's others, and said, you know what, I think if these guys can do it, that I could handle it my own. So you were an inspiration for me to get going on this channel. I still say you have one of the, if not in the top 5 voices on YouTube in all the time that I've said, and I appreciate everything you do. So thank you for being here tonight and doing this channel. And hopefully, if you're watching live or watching a replay, hopefully you've kicked off. Next Wednesday on the show, we're going to have another great show. Carla and Kiko's Adventures are coming in. They just went on a trip to Hawaii. They'll be in talking about their channel, getting some West Coast love. Rob, I am challenging you to try to find a way to join us in August if you can. At any point, there's a lot of people that would love to meet you. I know you're not that far away. If you can make for part of it, we'd love to have you down. If you can't, I understand, but I do want you to know we'd love to have you down here with us. It's going to be a really good time as we're putting it all together. And there's only one way that I could finish this out tonight, Robfuz.
There, I know it's coming.
you just got to, sometimes you just got to take your medicine. It's all there is to it. I love you, Robfuz. Thank you for being here, buddy. We will see you soon on the channel.
Give me the horns. Come on.
Go.
There's
Go.
no
The
way.
stream wants it. Go.
Oh my
Go.
God.
Do it. Do it.
I don't
Do
want
it. Just do it. Do it.
Steve, the stream wants it. What's the friend's name in Luca?
What is Luca's friend's name, guys?
Come on, Rob, get on.
I am a...
Hold on, Rob. You gotta hold on. You're gonna fall off.
It's all right, Rob.
I'll sit like a...
Here, you get on first. That was way too much steam I could handle. Holy cow! Woo! All right, let's go. Keep moving.
I can't breathe.
Come on.
I can't breathe.